the 24th of November 2025, the DSS have arrested a bandit leader in Bauchi State. DSS simply means the Department for State Security. Department for State Security. They have arrested a bandit leader in Bauchi, and they met with him millions of naira and ammunitions. Imagine. But this is a welcome development by all Nigerians. One by one, all of them should be arrested. These ones are not above the law. So one by one, they must be arrested. Now, let us look at another issue here. The issue of Sheikh Gumi refused to die down. These are the same people who Sheikh Gumi is advocating for. These are the same bandits who Sheikh Gumi is calling repentant bandits. But one of them have been arrested. In Kwara State, yesterday, I gave you an information how 38 worshippers who were abducted, they have been freed now. That means they have their freedom. Now, one of them was talking about the fact that what he saw, that this terrorist seems to have taken over some parts in the bushes of Kwara State and the neighboring states. The question is simple. How do we go from here? How do we move from here? These are the questions. If Bandits is having millions of naira and large amounts, large catch of weapons, how do we move? But let us start the program properly. If you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, and also share this video. Kindly like and share as you are watching, and also drop your comments. Kindly subscribe if you have not subscribed, and also on notifications. Don't just like and share, drop your own comment. Also, subscribe if you are not subscribed, and on notifications. Share this video to others. The DSS has done a good job, and we must commend them. But we don't want to hear that useless person has now repented, because that's the problem. He said repentant bandits. All those names, all those things must be stopped. There is nothing like repentant bandits. There is nothing like repentant Boko Haram. These people are evil, and they must be stopped immediately. Anything called repentant bandits, repentant Boko Haram, all these things must be stopped. We must have a system that protects the innocent Nigerians. That is my own opinion here. Inamekano is still there. He has been moved from Kuje to Sokoto after being given life imprisonment, which will be appealed, obviously. These bandits too, who have done worse than Namdekanu, why can't they be given life imprisonment? Instead of repentant bandits, put them into, that is the only way. Let them face the consequence of the actions. These bandits have done worse. They have killed, they have maimed, they have kidnapped. How many of them have gotten life imprisonment? And you ask yourself, we saw Yoruba Revival Movement, who said that the Yorubas want Odua. They are tired of Nigeria. These are the reasons. When bandits are being given professional treatment, you are calling them names, making excuse for them, saying they are repentant. All these are the problems. And listen to me, and we must always tell ourselves, these things are the problem. So now let us move a little bit further. In 1999, Southern governor started what you call Sharia law. But in 2001 was when it was really in motion, because That constitution, there were place of Sharia. That is why people are saying that constitution should be suspended. That we must have a new constitution. Don't forget, the military handed over that constitution to Obasanjo. So, it's not our constitution. 2001, former governor of Zamfara, Yerima, who was then the incumbent governor, and others, they pressured the president. They wanted a Sharia law in northern Nigeria. That means Nigeria is one country, two different laws. That was how Sharia law was able to come into 12 states of the north. Check your screen also. I'm giving information here. Another bandit leader, that one have imposed 50 million fine on a community. Imagine. Look at what the bandits are running into. One of my anger is the fact that Sheikh Gumi will try to convince Nigerians, try to convince Tinubu that these people cannot be defeated, that we must negotiate with them. That's my own anger. Sheikh Gumi will always convince the president or anybody that these bandits cannot be defeated. Which, if this is my opinion, they can be defeated. You cannot convince me that the bandits are better equipped than the military. Don't forget it. Nigerian military were in Liberia, they were in Somalia. They did a good job. You cannot convince me. The problem is some saboteurs are working for these evil people. That's the problem. Some saboteurs are working for these evil people. And each and every one of them must be identified. Let them be identified. Let them be arrested. Because how can a bandit be imposing fines on people? How does it make sense? That bandits are now imposing fine on a community, on the indigenous people of that particular place. So if you now go back, these are the effects, whether I like it or not, of the useless Sharia law which was implemented. These are the problem of that useless Sharia law which have not brought anything positive to the north. These are the problem of it. Listen good. We must stop deceiving ourselves at this time. Listen to me. There is no single positive thing that this Sharia law has brought. Nothing positive. I mean, nothing positive that this Sharia law has brought to the north. These are the problems. That man that has been arrested by DSS is a welcome development, but that man should face the consequences of his action. This will now serve as a deterrence. Like I've always said, we must not condone evil. This will serve as a deterrence to others. It's as simple as that. This will now serve as a deterrent to others not to engage in these rubbish activities. Very, very simple. We must always, at different times, tell ourselves the truth. Like I've always maintained, if they are deceiving you, is better. Do not deceive yourself. We cannot now. We cannot continue like this. It's not possible. We cannot. It's not possible. Well, whether you are happy or you're, that's the problem. Nigeria cannot continue like this. The northern Nigeria is holding other part of the country back. Most of you don't know. You have Amajiri, you have bandits. Out of school children. Person don't get work, marry for wife. For what? You say God say marry for wife. What nonsense. You don't get work, you buy for wife. You say that God say marry. These are the lack of education in the north is a big problem. And it is spreading. Instead, Sheikh Gumi should be more focused on making sure people like Sheikh Gumi, the Sultan of Sokoto and others, all of you should be more focused on making sure that these children are educated. Let them scrap Almajiri system. Let them introduce free and compulsory education. No. That's the problem. Let them scrap Almajiri system. Let them introduce free and compulsory education. These are one of the only ways that the North can move. Free and compulsory education. I don't know what it is. Make them go school. I'm telling you, because I'm competing for the children. It's 17-year-old, 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old. These people, they have ammunition. They have weapons. Where are they getting it from? These are the questions we must ask ourselves. Who is giving them? Where are they getting it from? Little children having weapons. Not just weapons, I'm talking about sophisticated weapons. No. Let us tell ourselves the truth at this particular time. At this juncture, the truth will only set Nigeria free. Because we have not seen, let there be the same law that affects a Yoruba man, should affect the Igbo man, should affect the Fulani man. So everybody can be under the same decision. I mean, it's as simple as that. Everybody must be under the same law when the same law covers everybody. Nobody should be seen to be above the law. I'm telling you something. It's not a matter of emotion. It's not a matter of emotion. But if you go back to Sunday ago, look at how Buhari pursued him. Wanted to make sure that Sunday Igboho was arrested. Mama Buhari's government. And you saw it. How many of the bad leaders were arrested under Buhari? That is the problem. So there is no how the nation can continue like this unless we still want to keep deceiving ourselves at this present time. There is no how Nigeria can move forward. There is no how Nigeria will be a country people will desire if we continue like this. We can't continue like this. We can't continue like this. That is it. Buhari as a president was so tribalistic. Everything was done in favor of his own tribe. Is that how a president of a country should behave? Have you asked yourself this question at this time? As Buhari they do, that's what presidents supposed to do. Now, Buhari is late. Bandits have taken over many communities in Katsina. 20 local governments in Katsina signed a deal, peace deal with the bandits out of 34 local governments. Many schools are being shut down in the north. And when I ask you a question, what is the difference between Boko Haram and bandits? You cannot answer. What is the difference? I mean, a simple question I'm asking you now. What is the difference, as now you have seen it, between Boko Haram and bandits at this stage? It's not the same. Because Boko Haram simply means Western education is forbidden. Bandits have now come to take over. Many schools have been shut down. For a region which in education, they were already backward. It's a fact. The Yoruba and the Igbos are more educated than the North. It's a fact. Now, they're not shutting down schools. I'll give you something. For the fact that these ones are not really educated, Shutting down schools will compound the woes of the north. So this is very simple. And it is time for us to tell ourselves the truth. The truth can never be hidden. Let us tell ourselves the truth at this time. The north does not own Nigeria. So that bandits who have been arrested, he must face the consequences of his action. Again, Sheikh Gumi must not be allowed to negotiate for the bandits anymore in Nigeria. I don't deceive myself. There is nothing that binds a person like me and a full animal together unless we deceive ourselves. That is why Awolowo said Nigeria is just a mere geographical expression. I mean, just a mere geographical expression, an entity. We have not yet achieved a proper nationhood. That is the thing. We are yet to achieve a proper nationhood as a country. Just a mere geographical expression. That is what Nigeria is. Unless at this stage you want to deceive yourself. You know, Nigeria, we have to deceive ourselves. We don't know what it means to be a proper nation. We are not achieving it. So until we tell ourselves the truth, look ourselves into the eyes, tell ourselves the truth. How can you say Yoruba and Fulani are brothers? What nonsense? Which brothers? Young boys at 17 years, 18 years, they are carrying AK-47. How many Yoruba boys have that stuff? Because one of the reasons is because of the neglect. These boys have been neglected. They have been neglected by people who are meant to protect them. They have been neglected by those who are meant to protect them. And this thing, I mean, listen to me. It's a clear indictment that the northern leaders, northern elders have destroyed the future of their younger ones. I mean, a clear indictment, very clear indictment that the northern elders have destroyed the future of younger ones. Very clear at this stage. So whether you are happy or you are not happy, the truth must always come out. Unless you have forgotten how exactly the British came when they met us. That is why history is very important to be taught. So when you say we are one, look at the system we were governing ourselves with at that time. The Yoruba system, the Igbo system, the Hausa system. Was it the same? Now I'm asking you a question. Was it the same? Now it now took the US government to pressure our leaders to arrest the sponsors. I'm telling you something. Now it now took them to start pressuring the Nigerian leaders to arrest the sponsors or the leaders of the who you call bandits. They are not bandits, they are terrorists. Stop giving them package like a package. Say 6.5 dozen. They are the same. Satan and Satan is pursuing me. Let me go and meet the devil. Now the same thing. I don't want 6. I want to have a dozen. Now the same thing. So the terrorists and the bandits are brothers. There is no difference between them. Okay, what's the difference between Boko Haram and bandits? Unless convince me. Tell me the difference between Boko Haram and bandits at this stage. Whatever a man sows, that shall he also reap. So the North is reaping from the nonsense which they are allowed to grow And for protecting people like Sheikh Gumi, who will not change, who will never change, who has never pretended to love the indigenous Nigerians, who has always shown sympathy, being sympathetic